Hello guys, welcome. We have a heavy lower body strength day today. So I'm gonna give us a second because the list of equipment we're gonna use is a little bit longer than what I normally use for class. So I'm excited today. Here's what you will need. You need some heavy weights, lower body heavy weights. If you have options of different sizes of weights at your house, I suggest you grab a few different weights just so you can kind of play around with the weight you need to be at. I've got a set of 12s and a set of 15s for me. So that's something you have to have today, weights. Unless you're injured, you can do this without weights. Then the other two items that you need for this class is a bench or a step. If you don't have one, a chair will work, okay? So a bench or a step if you've got it. If you don't have one, a chair will work. So grab that. I'm gonna give us a second to get set up. So this is what you need today for class. Bench or a chair, your heavy weights, and then a loop band. Aside from that, I'm gonna start incorporating a few more pieces of equipment every once in a while in my classes. They're not mandatory to do the class. They're not mandatory to get a killer workout. But if you have an ankle weight, like we used the straight band the other day, I'm gonna show you how to incorporate an ankle weight into some of these moves to kind of change them a little bit. So if you have an ankle weight, grab it. If you don't stress, you're still gonna be fine, okay? Loop band if you've got it. Other than those two things, those are kind of optional, okay? If you've got them, grab them. Not optional. You need a bench or a step if you have one. If you don't, grab a chair, and then you need your weights, all right? And then always a mat. I'm gonna give you a second to kind of get that stuff together. Set up some music if you want it. Grab some water if you like that nearby. I will run down your equipment list one more time right before we get started in class. I am excited about class today. It is a heavy strength class. So what does that mean if you're new to my classes? My heavy strength classes, I structure them in such a way that we are doing fewer repetitions of an exercise because I'm expecting you to be carrying heavy weight for yourself. So we'll be doing like 10 to 12 repetitions of something. Heavy weight. So that's the idea. Again, it's your workout. If you're injured, you're still gonna get a great workout. You can do this with no weight at all, you know, kind of gauge yourself, see how you're feeling. Okay, who is here this morning? Jenny, hello, Jody, Courtney, Allison, and Lacey. Looks like there's a few more of you out there. If you have a second check-in, or we'll chat at the end of class really quickly. This is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna tell you exactly what you need one last time. You're gonna get all psyched up. I'm gonna blow my nose, and then we're gonna start. So, you need a step if you have one. If you do not, a chair will work. You need your heavy weights. Go heavy, maybe have some options. Then, optional, loop band if you've got it. Never done a class where I've, online that we've used ankle weights. I'm gonna show you how to incorporate an ankle weight into some of the moves we're doing. If you have one, grab it, okay? All right, now it's time for me to blow my nose. Plug your ears. And I did step off like the camera a little bit, so you're welcome. I'm really not sure that I don't have stuff hanging out of my nose. I did take some Claritin right before class, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, and I ordered like the largest pack of Claritin. My whole family has allergies, so I just spent like $100 on children's Claritin. Let's get started. Hey, grab your loop band. We are going to place it just above our knees, and then we're gonna grab one single heavy weight. We're just kind of starting out, warming up. I think I mentioned I have 15s and 12s, if that helps you kind of gauge yourself, but all I care about is that you choose some weight that is heavy to you, okay? If you have not lifted with heavy weight, like at all recently, you can do this without, okay? Let me see if I can get some of my stuff out of the way. We're gonna hold one single weight, goblet style. We're gonna do a squat, alternating curtsy lunges, banded and weighted. Squat first, you ready? Let's do it. Squat. I got all this equipment. I'm gonna have to maybe angle my camera differently. So I have space. Curtsy. If your band scoots up a bit, not the end of the world. If you just can't keep it down with this, the beginning of class, you can try, keep going. You can try to stick it just under your knees too. Keep going. I'm gonna do this. You guys are gonna see all my plugs probably. My cords. But now I have a little more space. All right, we're just gonna do 4 more. You guys have been working while I've been talking. So, there's 4. And 3. I got my slick pants on today. I should have thought that through. 2. And 1. 1. 1. And 1. All right, get rid of your weight. Keep your band just under the knees. And we're gonna do a squat with a side leg raise, okay? Just with the band. Ready? Still getting those legs warm. Let's go. Squat, push, squat, push. That's what I mean by leg raise. Just kind of activating our glutes, warming up those hip flexors. Right there. All right, we don't need to be here too long, so I think we'll do 8. And 7. 6. We've got 5. 4. 2 more. Last one. 1. And 1. Nice. All right. Go ahead and take that little band off. And we are going to jump right into it. So, I mentioned that a chair would work. If you're using a chair and not a step, we are going to do a curtsy lunge off of our bench. If you're using a chair, it's too tall to do a curtsy lunge off of. Fine, you're just going to do yours from the floor, okay? All right, no band. Grab your weights. If you're feeling good and warm, go heavy. If you're like, nope, I still need a little extra, then take a lighter approach for this first set. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to come up on our step if you have a step. If not, you're doing this exact thing from the floor. The leg that's closest to the ground stays on your bench. Curtsy lunge off that bench. Let's try it. I don't know how it's going to go. There we go. Now, this is one of my favorite versions of a curtsy lunge. You can make your step as high as you want if you have one like mine. I chose 4 risers, but I want you to go into a lunge. It's not a step off, okay? That's why we're using the step and not a chair, because you wouldn't be able to go into an actual lunge off of a chair. It's too tall. So if you're using a chair, don't stress. I prefer you to do your lunges on the floor than up on your chair. You're gonna get more bang for your buck with this. Don't try to do them off a chair. We're not doing step ups today. 4 more. 4. 3. 2. Last one. And 1, you got it. And set those heavy weights down. Now, with all this heavy work, we're gonna take a little bit of time in between sets. It's fine. I expect you to go real heavy on the weight. Loop band, if you have your ankle weight. The leg you were stepping off of, the one you were working, gets that ankle weight if you've got it. If you don't have an ankle weight, don't worry. I think I called this weight today, or this workout today, curtsy lunges and kickbacks. Loop band. See if I can get it over my ankle weight. That's gonna be the test, right? Okay, under your knees. So if you just have an loop band, that's where it goes. We're gonna come down on our bench. If you have a chair, you can use your chair. Kneel on the one side. And we are going to do a straight leg kickback. You guys set up after all that. You ready? Here we go. Up and up. So we have an ankle weight and a loop band. Both set up here if you want. You can just use the loop band. And if you have neither, you can do this without either one. You might just be going a little bit faster. We're engaging our glute here, straight leg, heel goes straight to the ceiling. Let's go with 12. Oh my gosh, I can already feel it in my backside like crazy. 10, 9, and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm gonna move quickly. We're taking our ankle weight off, taking our loop band down, picking up those heavy weights, and we're gonna do our curtsy lunges off the other side. I did not set my stuff up in a very good spot. Okay, heavy weight. Same thing, other leg. Too much equipment for this tiny little space. I'm used to just being able to spread out in my gym. You ready? Let's go. Curtsy. Now we're getting in a groove. Keep your weight on the stationary leg. So even though I'm stepping back, I'm not leaning back. And it's still a curtsy lunge, so leg goes behind. If this hurts your knee, you can always just do a reverse lunge. Step straight back. Keep it going. Let's do 8. And 7. 5. 3, 2, last one, and 1. Now you guys know the setup for the kickback on this side, so we're gonna do that quickly. I'll be a little smarter this time. Put the loop band on first. If you have an ankle weight, you can throw that on there too. It just adds more weight to the longest part of your lever. So it adds an added little challenge there. If you don't have ankle weights, that's another kind of home gym thing. We don't really think about ankle weights nowadays, right? Like kind of an 80s thing. I add them to quite a few things that I do. It just adds a new kind of element to it. So I highly recommend going down to your local thrift store or ordering some online. Here we go. Kick and kick. So I am kneeling on the one side of my loop band, and I'm trying to angle myself a little bit so you guys can see better, but I just want you kicking with your legs straight back, heel up. A common mistake people make here is they arch their back. This isn't for your low back, it's for your glute and hamstring. So keep your back nice and flat. Big push. I'm giving you a few more reps here. I know I said at the beginning of class we're going to do 10 to 12, but we're not carrying super heavy weight. Oh, you will feel the burn, don't worry. But a few higher repetitions with 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, now we gotta get rid of this stuff, right? Get rid of both of your pieces of equipment and grab one heavy weight. We're going back to curtsy lunges with a squat in between, no band, all right? Ready? Squat first, here we go. Deep squat, curtsy, squat, and curtsy. Heavy weight, I know we've only got one. We're doing it goblet style right now. So we kind of keep our weights out of the way. However, if you have several different weights near you, choose a heavy one. You've just got one. All right, we're going 8 more. 8. And 7. 6. Oh, you can hear it in my voice. Shaky already. 5. 'Halfway there, guys. 3. 2. 1. Here's our last one. One more curtsy. Let's do a squat right here to end it. Why not? We're there. Set your weight down. Okay, we're going back to a variation of the curtsy lunge. This time, it's static. I'm gonna show you without weight so that you can kind of practice. If you have a chair, it'll work fine, okay? Now remember, a curtsy lunge, your back foot is behind your front. So we're gonna put our back foot up on the bench behind us or the chair, but then you have to kind of crisscross your legs so you're still in that curtsy lunge position. And we're gonna stick with this side. We're gonna get in this position, but I want you to be holding your heavy weights, okay? Grab them. So you kind of got to hop and switch and move and all that. So stick your right leg up, kind of hop that left leg in front, turn your shoulders and your hips to me, and we've got a back leg elevated curtsy lunge, and it's killer. You ready? Here we go. Down and up. So you want those legs kind of crisscrossed. You want to go down as low as you are able. And we're going to do 10. Heavy weight, so we're going to be nice and slow and low. 9. 8. 7. 6. 3, oh my goodness, 2, last one, and 1. All right, set your weights down, and then we're gonna set up the same, no weight, okay? So that right leg, back up on your bench or your chair, crisscross with the left. Hands on your hips or here, no weight. Ready for that curtsy lunge. Here we go. Down and up. Now here's what I want here. I want you to focus on getting really low. Focus on standing up through your heel and really concentrate on your positioning. Make sure those legs are crisscrossed. Hips and chest is forward. And we are gonna do 10, 9, 8, 7, and 6. Oh, I am feeling it. 5, try to get down low. 4, don't fall, Aaron. 1 more. And 1. All right, remember the leg that's down. This is the leg we're working. So we're gonna go back to our kickbacks. Band and ankle weight if you've got it. The leg that was on the ground. Oh, band first. So I don't have to try to step in. Bands below the knees. Ankle weight is on your leg that was on the ground. And then you're gonna kneel. A chair works fine too, okay? The only one that the chair didn't work perfectly for was that one that we had to step off. All right, kneel on your band. Straight leg, here's the difference. You're gonna cross, still straight, that leg behind your kneeling leg, and we're gonna lift up, okay? Cross, up. So you're coming down across your kneeling leg, but you're still lifting pretty much straight up. Once you get that motion down, I'm gonna turn slightly so hopefully you can see a little bit better. Keep going. You keep going. Once you get that motion down, focus more on the lift up. So even though we're coming down behind our kneeling foot, the work is being done when you lift up. And you're still pretty much just lifting straight up. Make a little bit better sense if I turn to the side, I don't know. All right, my hamstring is burning. I am shaking like crazy. And we're gonna do 12 more. 10, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. 1, oh my gosh. Let's come off, get rid of our equipment, and we're gonna go back to our heavy weights. I'm gonna give you just a second. We're not in a big rush in these heavy strength days, okay? If we were in the gym, moving from machine to machine or whatever, your heart rate's high, you've got a heavy set of weights, we're throwing in some lighter stuff in between, I got you. So this time right here is fine. Get a drink, and we're gonna move to the other side. Grab your heavy weights. And this time you're gonna put your left leg up on your bench, and we gotta do that weird hop, right? So we're gonna kinda hop in front, turn your hips so that your legs are crisscrossed, static, elevated, curtsy lunge. Ready? Let's go. Don't be afraid to adjust. I always have to kind of move my back leg back farther or forward more, twist my hips. I don't think I'm ever in the right spot right when I start out. I don't feel like, this is not working, but I'm just gonna keep going. No, move around. If you struggle with balance quite a bit, you can also put one weight down and then reach the hand that's not holding a weight up, steady yourself on a wall or a chair or something like that as well. All right, guys, holy moly, let's go with 10. I'm gonna regret that decision right there for 10. 9. And 8, I'm already having a hard time standing up. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one. And 1. That was terrible. Set those weights down. We're gonna do a set with no weight, okay? All right, same foot goes up, hop across, so those legs are crossed, okay? Chest up, here we go. Down and up. Get down nice and low. Try not to lean forward, go straight down. Keep your weight in your heel. If it's really hard for you to keep your weight in your heel, that means your front leg is too close to you. You need to hop out a little farther. Hamstrings and glutes, that's what this is all about here. Or slide your back leg back farther. 12 reps, nice and low. 12. 10. My hamstring is on fire right now. Oh my gosh. 9. 7. 6. 4. You're gonna feel awesome when this is over. 3. 2. Last one. And 1. Come up off that bench or chair. We're gonna set up for kickbacks. The leg that was down on the ground is the one you're kicking back. So, loop band if you've got it. Ankle weight also if you have it. You guys can get on down to your chair if you're ready before me. Okay, this is the one where you come down across that leg. You want to kneel on the band so it doesn't move. Straight leg. See if I can make enough room for myself. Behind the other leg. Here we go. Lift. And lift. So once you get the mechanics down, like I said, don't be afraid to really focus on the upward press. Clear that foot. And then you want to push your heel straight up to the sky. Don't arch your back. Keep it going. We're going to do 12. Let you see this angle here. If I don't pitch forward on my face. And we got 12. 11. 10. 9. 8. 7. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one. 1. Nice job. Come on off that bench and get rid of the ankle weight if you've got it. Leave your loop band. Stick it under our knees. We're just going to throw in a goblet squat, okay? So choose one heavy weight. You got to throw something in here where both of our feet are on the ground for a second. So we're just going to hold our weight like so. Band it if you've got it. Why not use that little extra glute engagement? And let's do it. Down and up. Now, when you go into a banded squat, make sure your legs are wide enough that you have to press against your band. Don't let your knees come in. You don't want to be knock-kneed. And you want to go pretty low if you're able to do that without hurting your back, okay? If it hurts your back, stay high. Stand up through your heels. And we're going to do 12. And 10. 8. 6. 4. 2. You got one more. And 1. Set that weight down. Get rid of your band. I have one more move today that requires a bench or a chair. And then we're going to get rid of it for the end of class. So I want to get this done so we can get this out of the way. We're going to go back to curtsy lunges off the bench with our heavy weight. If you have a chair, do these from the floor. Don't try to do them from the chair. I didn't explain myself very well before, but if you do these off of a chair, you're doing a step down. You're not doing a curtsy lunge. You're actually better off if your item is too high to get in a lunge position to do it on the ground, okay? All right, so the change. We're gonna add a balance element, so just follow along. You guys ready? We're gonna curtsy. Bring our leg up if you can. Curtsy. If you cannot get your balance to do that, then don't. Just put your leg up here like that, okay? We're doing 12. They're gonna be kind of slow because you're heavy and we're raising our knee. 11. 10. 8. 5. Oh, we can do it. 4. 'Last one. And 1. Set those heavy weights down. Take a quick breather. We're gonna switch right on over to the other side, okay? So catch your breath, because I wanna get this bench out of the way. We're gonna move right to the curtsy lunge off the other side. Same thing, you guys know what's coming, so I'm gonna let you go right into that knee up as soon as you feel comfortable. All right, go with the heaviest weight you can manage with that amount of reps. Oh, that was tough on the other side. Let's get this side done. Here we go. Twelve. 7. 5. 'Last one. 1. Nice. heavy weights down. And I'm gonna move this. Yay! Out of the way. Okay, grab your band under your knees. Final set of goblet squats. We're gonna change the angle slightly because we're gonna get those buns. So pick one single heavy dumbbell. Get your legs nice and wide, just like the set we just did. So get set up, and then here's what I want you to do. Keep your feet where they're at. Turn your toes out slightly. Okay, it's still a squat. Ready? Let's go. You are really gonna feel those glutes. If you don't feel like you have enough tension on your band, take your feet farther apart. And we're gonna do 12, and I'm gonna start to struggle to stand up. 11, if you got your band in the right place, and you've got tension there, you wouldn't even need weight to feel this. Just a bonus. 8 more. Stand up through those heels. 7. This is where I start to make really horrible faces. 5. 4. 3. 2. That's 1. And 1. Nice job. All right. Set that weight down. Now we're going to kneel down on the floor. And we're going to go back to a kickback. Curtsies and kickbacks, right? Buns and hamstrings. So let's just start with our right. It's not going to matter too much, so we're going to do both. If you have an ankle weight, stick it on there. If not, we're just going to use the loop band for our tension. Okay. Kind of the same thing we did up on the bench. You're going to kneel on the back loop band, and then you're going to straighten out that leg on the front. You can come down on an elbow if you need. I'm sure I will need to. Okay, just that kickback. Here we go. Up and up. Remember, don't arch your back. Glutes and hamstrings here. You can be down on your elbows. You can be up here. We're going to do 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. I'm going to give us a second to catch our breath while we switch feet. Okay? If you have an ankle weight, go ahead. If not, just take a sip of water. Same thing, other side. I got these really cute yoga pants yesterday. They came on Amazon. I got like neon, light purple, and like a salmon color. I had them on before class, on my body. And I'm like, I feel like I'm gonna get super sweaty and it's gonna look like I peed my pants. And I thought, oh, the people that didn't take my classes, they understand, they're my friends. And then I thought, I feel like it's gonna be pretty bad. I made the right choice. So you're welcome. But one of these days, I don't even know what class I could wear them for right now that I would get super sweaty. Okay, kneel on the back. Straighten out the leg you're lifting. And let's do this. Here we go. Up. I keep thinking, well, I'll do it for like a loop band class or maybe bar. I've been sweating like crazy in those classes too. So, I don't know. I'll have to do a yoga class just so I can wear my purple pants. All right, guys, a little bit higher repetitions because we don't have super, super heavy weight here. So from here, we're gonna do 12. Six more. Oh, my hamstring. My goodness. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. All right. If you have an ankle weight, take it off. We're going to be back up on our feet. I think maybe one last time. We'll have to see how we are for time. So get rid of your loop band as well. All you need are your heavy weights. We are going to do, I've done this one other time before and it was awesome. We're going to do on the ground, curtsy lunge. We'll pick up our weights in a second. You're gonna do close and then farther. You remember this one? Let's go with one weight, unless you feel like your weight's pretty light. Then you can do 2. But balance is important. So I'd rather have you hold one weight. The double curtsy is gonna be the kicker, even though we're only holding one. So let's have it in the right side for you guys, right? Close, farther, sticking with the same side. Ready? Curtsy, farther away. Bring it up, okay? Close, farther. Now, if you get going, we're gonna do 10. There's 10 right there. If you're like, this is too light, pick up another weight. 9. Woo! 8. So you're curtsying and then kind of around farther. 7. My, oh my. 6. 5. 3. 2. One more. Can I do it? Oh, and 1. All right, that's how I want to feel at the end of the set. Like I can barely stand up. Okay, catch your breath. We're going to go right to the other side. We're getting to the end of class. Let's finish up here. On that note, make sure you're pushing yourself on the weight. This is a heavy strength class. So if you see me carrying a 15 and you're like, I can do way more than that, carry more. You should be struggling by the last few repetitions. All right, guys, other side. Here we go. Close, farther, and we're up. Hey, Braden. Braden came in to say hi. My baby, who's not really a baby anymore. Here's to 10. 9. Oh, the painful look on my face says it all. Oh, 8. Yeah, buddy. I could watch your phone. Okay, hold on. 5 more, guys. 5 more. Yep. We are. We are? Yes, we are. You gotta give me a second so I can finish my workout, though. 4 more. 3. 2. Last one, guys. 1 and 1. And we're up. All right. We're coming back down. Here's another set of kickbacks. Yeah, Brady. What? You're sweaty? Me too. Okay, we're gonna do them from the floor. Those crossover kickbacks. So you're gonna be banded under your knees. You guys know this drill. And choose a leg. I don't care which because we're gonna do one and then the other. If you have and ankle weight. This one I'll be able to show you a little bit better because I've got more room. We come down with our leg behind the leg we're kneeling on. So kneel on your leg, straighten out that leg, okay? Bring it behind. Here we go. Lift. And lift, yeah, buddy. Yeah, no time. No time. All right, I want you to give yourself a big push with that leg lift. Big push. We're going 12. 9. 7. 6. 4. 3. 2. 1. All right. Catch your breath. We're going to move our ankle weight to the other side. Same thing. Same thing other side. Really gonna get those hamstrings. Okay. Kneel on that back portion. Straighten up that weighted leg. Bring it behind. You ready? Let's go. Ready or not? Few higher repetitions, and then we're going to move on to a finisher that I have for you that I have not done on my YouTube channel yet, and you guys are going to love it. So don't leave early. 12, 10, 8, 5, 3, 2, last one, and 1. Oh, can I sit down? I don't know. Okay, we're going to take off our ankle weight if you've got one on, and you're going to take off your knee band. Okay, the finisher. So sometimes in classes, I do a finisher, which is usually kind of a rapid fire, no weight, lightweight. Do it for our shoulders a lot, just to burn out that muscle. So that's what this is right now. You're going to be sitting on the ground. If you have a really hard floor, fold up your mat a time or two because your knee might dig into the ground slightly, okay? All right, so here's how I want you to set up. Right leg in front, just like this. Left leg in back, okay? Now, this is one of those moves, again, that you kind of have to get going and get in a rhythm and figure it out, but it works. That saddlebag area of your front glute so well. And that's a hard area to hit, okay? So here's what we're gonna do. Make sure your weights are close by. We're gonna try a few without weight. All it is a hip thrust, okay? You're gonna push your hip forward and then sit back down, okay? So let's give it a try. We'll do them as fast as we can. You ready? Here we go. Push and push. So you're pushing off this leg. In order to do that, you might have to take your front knee in a little closer to your body. But play around with those angles. You want to start to feel this right there, okay? So some of you might want to put your foot out a little farther. Drive that hip forward. This hits an angle of the glute that is very hard to get. It's really effective, kind of an odd position. You're gonna go as fast as you can, drive that hip, and we're gonna do high repetitions here. So we're gonna do 20, 19, sometimes your knee can dig into the ground a little bit, so get some padding under there if it's bugging you. 16, so you should be starting to feel it in that front leg. Try not to push off your back. 13. 11. All the weird stuff I have you do, it's crazy, right? Now, if you start going back to your gym, sit on the floor and do a few of these. Might clear your gym out a little bit, I don't know. We're gonna do 10, 9, 8, oh my gosh, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, I feel like I'm scooting around, 2, last one, and 1. Take a rest, straighten out this leg a bit, shake it up. Okay, one more set on the same leg. We're gonna try it weighted, okay? So let's get set up again. I feel like I kind of scooched around that way. So this is the end of class. We're gonna do this side with the weight, and we're gonna do the other side you guys have done. So, the trick when you hold your weight, and I don't care how you hold it, you can hold it like this, you can hold it like this, but you don't have the momentum of your arms to lift you up. So if you find that you cannot get up, and I might find that, holding the weight, then set it down, okay? This will probably be a little slower. I don't even know if I can do 15. Brayden, can you turn my lights back on for 1 second? That's true, we do have lights. Okay guys, carry me through the dark. You ready? Let's do this. Oh my goodness. You can try it here. It's up to you. Go as quickly as you can with that weight. Oh man, I'm feeling it. We're doing 14 more. 14. 13. Wait, don't touch, that'll fall. Don't touch it, okay? You can come over here. It's about to knock down, you guys. So if for some reason I have some weird technical difficulty here at the end, Brayden, don't touch that, honey. Come over here. You guys have to do the same thing to the other side. Come over here, bud. 7. Sit right there by me. Thank you. Yeah. Sure. You want to hand it to me? 3 more. 3. 2. 1 more. And 1. All right. Set that weight down. We're going to switch to the other side. Yeah. Here we go.
What's the water?
See if it'll work. Let's see. The weather? The weather is going to be nice. Hey guys, switch to the other side.
Because it's sunny.
It is nice and sunny, you're right. I'm not sure this will work in here, Brady. So if it won't, then you'll just have to take it in the house. Oh my gosh, I don't know if I can move. Okay, enough of that. Let's go. Other side.
It works.
Yes. Ready. Let's do it. Now, when you move to the other side, it's going to take you a second to get in the rhythm here.
Mom,
So
guess
it's okay.
what? It's you.
It's me. Why is it me? You need to find Blippi. All right. Drive that head forward. Don't be afraid to move your foot out a little farther if you need to. Push off this front leg. Try not to use the back. And drive that hip. Drive. You want to work that glute, remember. Focus on the muscle you're working. We're going to go 20. Pick up the pace. 19. 18. I'm going to sit on your foot. And 14. He needs to stretch his legs, and this is the only spot. We got 10 more. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. All right, guys, shake weight in if you're able. So shake it out.
Wait, your phone has a truck game.
Oh, yes, it does. It has a truck game. All right. You guys ready to be done with me? Yes.
Wait,
Hold that weight. Let's get going. Here we go.
I have enough money to have a roller and a cement mixer.
Oh, you are so lucky. The roller and the cement mixer. The added weight here, my oh my.
Mom,
Yeah.
can you stop this?
I think it's an ad.
No, it's from the truck game.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay. We're doing 11 more.
Mom,
Adjust your foot if you're slipping. You feeling that? 8. My goodness. Oh. 6. 5. Yeah. 3. 2. Can you do one more?
now.
1. We did it. Set that weight down, straighten your legs out, shake them out. Here's what I'm gonna do, guys. I want you to take a second. You can stay sitting on the ground. Shake your legs out and your hips. I'm gonna turn our light on really quick. I don't know if I can run, but we will see. You know, you're welcome. Because I just made you guys feel much better about your house and your life today. So I hope I can serve you well again tomorrow. Show you the craziness that we deal with at the Murphy house on a daily basis. But if you completed the workout, let me know. Let me know what you thought of that last move, the finisher. Could you feel it in your glute? Did you feel like you couldn't get in the right position? So much of some of these moves that we do is positioning, and some of it takes practice. So I like to hear from you. I have used moves or taken other classes where they have taught me moves. For the longest time, I'm like, I don't get it. This isn't working anything. And then trying it on my own, messing around with it, trying slightly different angles, I've gotten to a point where I'm like, oh, I get it. This is how to engage that muscle that they were talking about. I just wasn't in the totally correct position for my own body. So let me know if you completed the workout and then let me know what you thought of the finisher, okay? Heavy strength, lower body day in the books. I hope you pushed yourself on your weight today. As always, that means different things to different people. If you're recovering from an injury, if you're working through not feeling well, if you just haven't worked out in a long time and showing up today was a big push for you, then you did it. So don't worry so much about your weight that you were carrying. Always don't worry about your actual physical weight. But the weight that you were carrying, if you couldn't go heavy today and it was a win just for you to show up to class, then you did it. That's your win. If you feel like you could push the weight today, I hope you did. All right, that last move, Courtney, you could feel it? Me too, right? Like right there. I'm so glad to hear that. Okay, great work. Allison, you told me yesterday you worked out with me and you're here. It's so good to see you. I can envision all you guys' beautiful faces. So it's great to see you here. Tomorrow, again, yesterday I couldn't remember what was the next day. I need to look ahead. I cannot remember what's on the schedule for tomorrow, but it will be amazing. The final thing before you go, and I'll say this again, I was gonna do a Zoom workout on Saturday. We're still gonna do the workout. It's not gonna be Zoom. It's just going to be on YouTube because I have some friends. Hold on, Brayden. I have some friends who have been doing Zoom things and they've had people like hacking their Zoom pages and doing weird stuff. And I don't want to put up with that. So we're just going to do it on YouTube on Saturday. All right. See you tomorrow. Great job. Thank you for the feedback.